My grandfather owned a beach house in the town of West Talca, which is 3 hours south of Santiago in the capital of South America country, Chile. The town's name is Aloca. In this town, there is no electricity, and still today, there is no electricity, so people, or the inhabitants, went to bed when the sun went down over the horizon in the western Pacific Ocean. That is to say, early to bed, early to rise. Dinner was served under the light of a kerosene lamp. After dinner, the family shared daily stories about the joy and enjoyment of having time on the beach and sharing each other's company. The members of the family woke up every morning at dawn or when the light appeared over the Rocky Mountains. They were energetic throughout the day with no needs of naps or any other form of sleep during the day. Most of the town's inhabitants vacationing in this resort were always happy, kind, and helpful, looking out for one another. This represents a great example of what a good night's sleep produces in a human being. I go to bed on average at 11 o'clock every night. Also, my teachers say I am very attentive in class throughout the day. I attribute my success to sleeping early and rising in the morning. A day isn't made to sleep though, so I use as much of the day as I can for school activities. Stats from my class said that on average, when they went to bed, was later than 12 o'clock. Now, also, when they were waking up, they were more sleepy than they were well rested. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about 3 important things: how sleep can affect academics, professional life, and your emotional well-being, all have in common with being an early bird instead of a night owl. First, sleep has an effect on our outcome of academics. Medical Center News Today talks about an average GPA for students who are night owls is 2.65 and early birds are 3.05. The Boston College tested the brain on the lack of sleep and found interesting facts. People have a difficulty learning and focusing. Also, it's even hard to learn new materials. On a student's sleep statistics, the hours 42 out of the 100, the hours 42 out of 100 people only receive 5 to 6 hours of sleep every night. Weekends help the students to get more rest from their long week of school. Second, professionally, sleep can have an effect on the way we work. According to Christopher Randler, a biology professor of the University of Education in Hamburg, Germany, when it comes to business success, morning people hold the important cards. My early research showed they tend to get better grades in school, which get them into better colleges, which lead them to better job opportunities. Our body on sleep has many bad outcomes. Lack of sleep has an effect on the mental focus, higher blood pressure, mental focus, emotional balance, and worrisome constipation. Driving without much rest is actually driving like you're drinking over the legal limit. Now, I worked at a valet job, and when I went in to see if I could work there, the manager actually asked, the first question was, how much sleep do I get every night? And it is very important to get sleep because when you're on the job, you can be more attainable to what you're doing and know exactly what's going on around your surroundings. When I had to drive really expensive cars, I needed to be as fully aware of what I was doing as possible. Now, another credibility statement is my father has 5 degrees and knows 7 languages. He goes to bed every night at 9 o'clock and wakes up at 4:30 every morning to go to work. A Stratford survey talks about the amount of rest you earn at night has an effect on your stress levels. Whenever I wake up in the morning without rest, I don't feel good at all. Last night I went to bed at 2 o'clock, and this morning I'm not as, energetic as you say I could be. The American Psychological Association talks about teens with more sleep have less stress than teens with no sleep. I've had less sleep than my body needed before, and I can tell you moods were differently. Our emotional well-beings are very important to keep up with life. In summary, being an early bird is better than a night owl because you gain sleep to perform highly through our academics, professional jobs, and even our emotional life. First, rest is the number one aspect of being or becoming an early bird. We've all been told the saying, the early bird gets the worm. Second, professionalism in life is a very important aspect for everyone to strive towards. Just like Kronk's New Groove, everybody wants the big thumbs up from Poppy. Thirdly, emotionally, we need to stay rested to be happy and whole throughout the day. With less stress, we won't have to worry about how our day might turn out. Just remember, it's always best to go get the task done beforehand instead of a few hours before it's due that day. Lastly, my father told me, you can do anything you set your mind towards. So if you aren't sleeping enough, you still could start to get more rest each night. Don't set your limits low when y'all have so much potential. My concluding remarks. I want everyone to slowly fall asleep each night. So before you go to bed each night, try and sleep 15 minutes before. Now here's a couple other call to action things y'all could possibly do if y'all don't want to slowly, gradually go down each night by 15 minutes a week. And that's it.